All right now. Well, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
I am awake.
You look great. You
Thank
look
you.
like this is a little new for us. I'm not used to seeing you look like in your natural glory like this.
Yes, because I've done my hair.
It
I
looks
have
really nice.
done my hair. So for all of our listeners, this is what my hair looks like. I did it myself. I've
Looks
had to do it.
amazing. Looks amazing. Did a good
Hey
great
Maurice.
job.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yes, this is my natural. This is the Shaka Khan pressed down. Says when she's big, she is ferocious. Okie dokie. But all right, listen. I tried to watch literally like the last 3 minutes of the episode, but my DVR was acting crazy. But that means I watched the majority of Real Housewives. So we just gonna jump into it.
Hmm.
What you think about Candace?
In what regard? You talking about
Just
the
in
talk that she
general.
had with? I love Candace. I have a soft spot for Candace.
Oh,
I have
okay.
many a Candace in my life.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Mm,
yeah, I do.
I think Candace is I think Candace is interesting. She just reminds me of somebody. I think she's trying. Yes, Maurice, this hair is pressed down, honey. I put a little bump and curl in
Yes,
there.
yeah.
But she's a little woman. She's spicy. I think she's calmed down since last year because I'm sure that whole situation was embarrassing for her. Because you don't want to be on national TV and you have issues with people like that. Um, I think she's trying to do better as an
Mm-hmm.
adult. So I give her that. I think her hair looks good.
Mm-hmm. What is that? Shay? Is that a read?
No,
This
I think her hair
this
looks good.
the manner in which you're saying that is like that's all everything good that I can say about her for right now. That's all I can give. So
I mean, I think her hair looks good.
mhm.
I think it looks great. Hey, Sayeva. Hey, Boo. I think she's nice. Hmm, You know, so that's all I have. That's all
Yeah,
I have. She's
I
low key this year.
I love Candace. I love her.
I think she's interesting, but okay. Hey, Boo. Hey.
I've grown to know that when you say interesting, it's not a good thing. So
Sometimes it's not a good thing. Sometimes it's I want to hold back from what I might be thinking of saying, but it may not be the right
go
time
ahead
because
and
I may
say
not
what you
be.
feel,
I
baby.
just I just think she's like a little pesky gnat.
Oh, okay.
I just think she is. I think no offense to the little people of the world. Like she's a short person. I have
So you
I've
want to swat her? Is what you're saying?
I've started to have complexes with people who are tremendously smaller than me.
Wow.
And I don't know where it's come from.
And
Usually
we
usually
have a
my
lot of friends, mutual friends that are smaller than you. So I'm
oh
just
well that's the
cringing a
case.
little
They
bit.
you well those are my friends. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
people that I'm not friends with.
yeah.
It's becoming a thing. Me as a person, it's becoming interesting lately. But hey, whatever. So Robin.
Yo, the scene where she was not getting out of the bed. I don't feel like I need to say much about that.
Go
Like, did
ahead.
that not bother? That didn't bother you?
I feel as though she is depressed.
She may be. She very well may be.
I think she's
But
depressed.
but it didn't bother you.
It did because I can tell that something is off. Something's not right with her.
Okay.
like she something's going on. She says that, she's burnt out, she's tired. And during COVID, like when we were in quarantine, life was not, unless you were a super introvert. If you're a super introvert, then I'm assuming quarantine was like a walk in the park. But in that, regardless, I feel like at one point everybody was like, I just need to get out the house. I need to go for a drive. That's what became popular. I'm going for a drive.
Yeah.
And it seems as though with her trying to keep up with her children, keep up with their schedule, it's just not a good look for her. She has to pull herself out of a rut, and she has a business. She has an empire. So what are we doing?
Yeah, it was a little cringeworthy for me. I had a hard time watching that because as a person who, and this is I live alone, but as a person who's in a family and the family has to get going, you cannot be the only one who is just sitting there in the bed. It almost is like a slap in the face to everybody else. So I just felt bad for Juan at that point, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I've never been married. I don't have any children, never been pregnant. So I have absolutely no idea what it takes. But I do know that at one point you do have to pull yourself up and make magic happen. Okay. So who should we talk about next?
Well, we talked about Candace before, but I thought you were going to touch on that conversation that she had with Karen.
I was just like, girl, get over yourself.
Meaning you were like, Candace, get over yourself?
Yeah. And the only reason is because, it's unfortunate she had to get mollywopped like she did last year. But I'm telling you, when you're a pesky gnat and you think you can just act like that, you're gonna get, yeah, she got wop wop. You know what I'm saying? And I don't condone violence. It's just that I was like, see, you had all that mouth. If you would just shut your mouth and said your piece and then just walked away, we've been good. But she got into an altercation, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And now she is not okay with, the Zon, the mother. I think it was no point of her even having that lunch with her.
That conversation.
Yeah, it was no point because I feel like deep down inside she knew she wasn't going to get what she wanted.
What do you feel like she was looking for in that conversation?
An apology. She said she was looking for an apology.
Episode about apologies, right? So you felt like she wanted Karen to
an
tell
apology.
Her what?
She wanted Karen to say, "Hey, I apologize for not having your back, but I'm like, hey, Johnny's.
Hi, Johnny's.
Hey. Yeah. So I just didn't see the point of the conversation between her and mother.
And Karen. Yeah. Well, didn't she start crying?
I think she was getting a little emotional, but don't nobody care no more. At this point, when they take that,
like Candace.
I just think
you missed. So that's what you missed, Johnny. She was kind of beating around the bush, trying to. I
wasn't beating around the bush.
Trying not to say that she don't like. She was saying the things that she likes about Candace, but it was very. She went far between, and it was very short. And me, go ahead.
What I said, she's a gnat.
She said that she's like a little gnat to her.
She's a gnat.
Mm-hmm.
I got love for Candace.
I guess I don't like her. I don't dislike her. She's not my favorite, but I think that they did have a good relationship, almost like like a mother-daughter, almost like I think that Candace reminds Karen probably of her own daughter, and Karen reminds Candace of her mom a little bit, So I think they really had a genuine relationship. So I was definitely sad to see that their relationship did not, stick through that situation with Monique and Candace.
The one thing that I've learned is, through trials and tribulations with friendships, sometimes people aren't going to be able to survive, you know.
Right.
Very
And
true.
she wanted an apology from Karen, and I was just like,
That she wasn't gonna get.
no. And I think she knew that.
But I still don't understand why Cameron was riding so hard for Monique. When obviously Monique was wrong for putting her hands on her. Regardless of what the situation is wrong and right is right. Like when you put your hands on somebody, that's taking it to another level. So,
Did Karen not
you know,
acknowledge that
just
she
call
was
to me,
wrong
just
for
call
putting
a
her hand
spade
on
a
her?
spade. Like, just call a spade a spade. You know, like, okay, she
I
my
mean,
friend, but she was wrong for putting her hands on you like that.
I
You get what I'm
think
saying?
Karen
Like,
may have
your
alluded to
friends
that.
can be wrong.
I feel like Karen alluded to it. I think the little Nat, she probably upset because Karen didn't full fledged say she's a bad person for hitting you and did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I've had
Right.
so many
Right.
situations where I have dealt with that Nat personality, and it's just, you know, she shouldn't have laid
Is
hands
that the
on her.
sound? Is that the sound that the gnat makes?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just not a Candace fan. Maybe she just reminds me of too many people who have that same personality of I'm tiny and I can do whatever the hell I want and talk a bunch of crap and not
Is
get
that
my
how she comes off to you?
to me, yeah, and I will never and nobody will ever knock my head off. Like nobody. I'm just gonna do this, you know, and I'm just like, ooh.
Did you
And then
get
it
some
happened.
satisfaction when she got into the
Because I was
oh.
like, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
So you really, so that makes you team Monique then. You really,
I just feel bad for Monique because she allowed her inner thoughts to actually play out. You have to hold yourself together. But at one point I was like, you know,
Right.
that's how I really be feeling sometimes. But she actually did it. I ain't mad. But once it was done, it was like, oh girl, we gotta go through this now. Oh my goodness. And you know
Right.
what? I think it's good because Housewives was telling me you got to be a certain type of woman to be on this show. Like you have to constantly be in the thick of just bull. I mean, to me, it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't seem like very healthy friendships at all. Like at all.
Not at all. Not
No.
at all.
are there any true friendships on the franchise, do you think?
I think Giselle
And Robin.
and Robin, that's kind of it. Wendy,
I think that's just convenient.
each episode, I'm like, Wendy, stop. Like, girl. Ugh. But
Let's
I
get
don't know.
into
I'm not
Wendy
mad
then.
at Wendy. I'm
I
not mad at Wendy.
I don't
I
like
am
Wendy.
not.
Wendy is
I love the polarity with the two of you on this. Like it's
Right.
really
Because I feel like if Johnny's met Wendy in person, Johnny's would be beefing with Wendy. Because Wendy thinks she can say anything to people. See, you know what? That's what it is.
that's your problem.
That's
Yeah,
the issue.
that's it.
That's my issue with
That's
these
it.
ladies is that they feel that Wendy, when she sees a window, she makes it a moment. And I'm one of those people. You keep wanting to have these moments, I'm gonna bottom you out.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like even with this episode when they were in the massage parlor, whatever, she was
Right.
like, I got time to date TikTok, and I would have been like, TikTok, what, boo? What you want? No.
I
You
love that
said you
moment because
got
that's like my favorite song right there. You know that
yeah.
song? What's his name? Money Back. I got time today.
I'd have been like, and what you got time for? Break it down for me.
But look, I was actually more mad at Wendy last season when she kept on talking about that degree. But this season, I'm glad she giving it to Mia because I feel like Mia is just being fake and
I'm not
I don't
feeling.
know.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
mad that
Mia's
she's giving
fake.
it to Mia. I think
I,
she's
I
very
don't.
fake
I
because
don't know,
when she went
Johnny.
and got Giselle Robbins' number, and now they
They
have
asked
receipt of
her.
her
They asked her
They
to
asked
go.
her though. They asked her for the
Yeah.
number.
No, she went to them. No, she
She
went
said,
to
"Y'all
them and
want my
said, "Let me
number?"
get your
Yeah.
phone."
Because she said, "We'll have your number." She
She went
said,
and
"Y'all want
asked
my
them,
number?"
right? She brought it
But
up.
that was in response, Johnny.
She
That was in
verified
response.
because they
Yeah.
said, "Give us your
No.
number." She said, "You want my
You want
number?"
my number? Yeah, that was in response,
And she was like,
Johnny.
"Okay," and they were like, "Yeah." And so I was like,
Okay, so
okay.
how about at the end when they show the receipts of her texting them and trying to build friendship, but
They
now,
can, and they can handle that with her, but that does not
but
negate
I
the
just think
fact that
Wendy
I
get the
think
I think Wendy has that intuition and she feels it because when she was at the table talking about, oh, Giselle has a good heart, and then the next moment she was like, oh, now Giselle is this person. I don't know. I don't like that back and forth.
I
see
don't know, Janice. Erica got me last week when she said that
Oh
she
my god.
sees Mia as a threat.
she's a straight
Mhm.
That's
up
what
third.
it
She
is.
is a straight
Mhm.
She
Mia
sees
can
Mia
be
as a threat,
Mia,
and she knows that her husband is physically attracted to Mia.
and they called it out this
And we
episode.
seen it,
Mhm.
and we seen it. So that is why she's automatically on rampage against Mia. And Mia wasn't even asking for all
But
that.
it
You
was
know what I'm
even
saying?
before her husband met me, and she was already that way. Even before the love party,
I,
I felt like she was that way towards Mia.
so
It wasn't
specifically
just
to
at the.
Wendy, specifically about Wendy, I just feel like Wendy is
Mhm.
trying to make a name on the show. Like, I
I can
feel like
agree.
Mhm.
Wendy is going above and beyond to be mean girl number one. She's working hard because usually it's Giselle who really is investing in just any and everything to
Mess.
make people
Mess.
And she
mad.
still is. She just going at
But
Karen with it. She
and
still
you
is.
want
Giselle
and
still
you want
is.
to know why Giselle said what she said to Wendy? Like, I didn't get a chance to hear her talk. Why are you want to know why? Because Giselle wanted that moment. Giselle wanted that moment to address Mia about saying
Right.
she's just a pretty face, but she couldn't. She couldn't because Wendy was being Wendy. And if she says ZenWen one more time, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
Wendy,
like
you're not Zen, boo. You have a new body. You want all of this love and respect for this new body, and you acting a fool with this new body, girl. Like, it's okay, but it's gonna take time. It's like getting a new toy. You're gonna be pressed. You're gonna be acting up like, did you see my new toy? You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
don't know, y'all. I just feel like I think Wendy, I think she, like Kevin said, the clairvoyance. I think she feels it, and Maya, and that's what she's going off of. Like, I
Mia.
honestly feel that because I feel like she could actually choose somebody that's already on the cast to kind of get, if she wanted to get like a platform, why would she choose her versus somebody that's already on the cast that she could basically,
we gotta
beef
we
with
gotta
or
watch the
whatever.
rest of the season and see how that plays out. Because I really truly
Right.
at this point believe that it's because Wendy sees that her husband is physically attracted to Mia. That's it. That's
I mean,
that's the issue. That is
I
it.
Okay.
don't. I'm gonna be.
So
I'm gonna
you
be
don't
honest
think
with
she
you.
had the same energy even before the love party when her husband met
Well, I feel like the issue then
Maya for the
was
first time? Mia.
I feel like the issue then was she felt like she was being, like you're saying, she felt like she was fake because she didn't show loyalty to Karen at that moment. And I don't feel like it was a big issue at that particular gathering with them. But the contention grew definitely when they had that love party. And the moment when we realized that their husband is checking for Mia.
Mia.
And
He
she
wrote.
knows it.
He
She
wrote
even said
Mia.
so. Yes. So that
And she
right there, yeah, she don't like that.
like
She don't like
ho-
that.
like what was the issue for real? Like, she could think that she's fake, whatever, but they were just playing a game,
Hmm.
answering questions. Why you so bent out of shape? Why
She
you
don't like
so
that.
bent out of
Right.
shape? Like, what, to me, I feel like Mia. I feel like I've met people like Mia before. To me, they're flighty. Like, they're just super flighty, kind of living in the stars. Really don't care about too much. Just hi, good morning. Like, it's a personality that really doesn't trigger me. It doesn't trigger me. I mean, she could do and say all kind of stuff. I'd probably be like, girl,
Do you
you
think
just
that's threatening to Wendy that Mia, like as you say, she doesn't take herself as seriously as Wendy
I
does.
see Mia. I see Mia is perfect for Wendy to target because Wendy is trying to set the tone this season as the whatever
The
she's
checker
trying
bitch.
to
I'm
do.
a checker bitch. That's
Yeah,
what that
like
is.
whatever. It's
I'm the checker bitch.
like she's practiced all of her, she's like Karen, she's gonna practice all of her responses.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it was just like, oh, you know what? I found a window. So let's do it. I mean, it's just too, to me, it's
I
too
don't know.
much
I think
energy
she
for what it
might
is.
look at her as weak too, and I don't think Wendy. I think Wendy look as women as being strong, independent. Like I think she, and because Maya might come off a certain way, as like you said, kind of flighty, maybe like a little airy, maybe not as educated. That might, I mean, that type of woman might get on Wendy's nerves. Like I think that she may not like her because of those things. Maybe I don't know.
I just feel like it's a lot of energy. Like if I have an attitude with somebody like that, that means you have
Hmm.
literally came for something in my life. Me as a person, I mean, her energy is like this person has rocked my house. Like this person has done the most, and I'm just like that is
Do you feel like it was?
that's a
Do you
lot of
feel like it
energy.
was? You don't feel like it
But
was
I
a
think
bit too
she gives it
much at
back
that
too.
moment, Johnny's?
Well, see, Mia can't be no little
No,
punks.
I think Mia gives Wendy the same energy that Wendy gives her. Like I don't feel
It's
like
not the same,
Mia
Johnny's.
is
It's not the same,
It's
definitely
a
Johnny's.
is
little
with the
bit.
hands and all that.
It's because she's like
It
this.
is
You're
She
not
was.
definitely
gonna
a lot.
disrespect
She
me,
gives
but
her.
Wendy's like you, and I'm like, girl,
Yeah, in my
But I think
opinion,
that has something
Mia's
to do with
response.
you're the new girl too. Almost like, okay,
it's
you the
just
new girl, so how do you
I
think you
just
could talk to me that way?
yeah,
Kind of
that's too
thing.
much. We grown women. Like I just feel like it's
Hmm.
just way
Mia's
too
was
much
a lot less
energy.
threatening. I feel like Mia's was a little bit more playful, a little bit
Like you,
more.
she says Jiminy crickets.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, who says Jiminy
But
crickets?
But Wendy was the same way when they was talking about the degrees. So, like to me, I don't
She's
think it has
crazy.
anything to do with Mia. Is it Mia? Maya? I don't know. Mia, Maya,
Mia.
whatever her
Mia.
name is. Mia. I don't think it has anything to do with Mia. I think that well, I do. I don't think Wendy likes her, but I don't think I from the beginning I felt like she didn't like her. Like from the first like
When she laid
part where
eyes
they were
on her.
at the dinner.
Like,
Hmm.
how dare
Yeah.
you come in here with the fake boobs, saying fake butt is me? Like, how
Right,
dare
because
you?
even then she was throwing shade about her surgeries. So I don't know. I just felt
Exactly.
like it was from the beginning. It wasn't like it didn't just happen at the love party. It was that way from the beginning.
It's been
Mm,
sparked.
I don't
Okay,
know. We're gonna
Lorna,
have to
you
keep
coming in here
watching.
hot,
We're
girl.
gonna have to keep watching this. Yeah, it's the. I think it's the husband thing too. It's be a little threatened by that, but that's just my opinion. You know,
It's
you
something
might be
there.
right.
It's something
I feel
there.
like y'all both right. Maybe she didn't like her from the get go, Johnny's, but after that love party and
Hmm.
that husband thing, then she was like, "Oh, now hold on a minute now, what the
But
fuck
like, I
now?"
really can't stand you
Yeah,
because my husband been checking you
Well,
out, and we really mad.
I will hope it's not the husband things because you have conversations with your husband all the time about, oh, what kind of celebrity person you like here? Oh, do you think she cute? Oh, you might look at, like, oh, look at that girl. But I mean, so for him, for just this one, I mean, as long as they've been married, you would think that this one lady would not shake up their
but think
relationship
about what you're saying,
to the
Johnny's.
point where
Though,
it's that much hate.
if she already don't like the bitch, well, I'm not gonna call her a bitch, but she already
Hmm.
doesn't like her, and then she finds out during
Oh.
that conversation that, like that you're talking about
Hmm.
with her husband, that he
Mm.
happens to be
Right.
attracted to her. Don't you think that would turn her at that moment? She already don't like her, and now you're saying
Hmm.
that you think she cute. Don't you think that would send her over the edge possibly? Because
Cause
I'm
she's
just
Well, I mean,
nuts.
she
yeah.
probably won't like a lot of people because just because you know your husband think other women are cute, like
Ugh.
that's just. I mean, we all human. Like I
Oh
don't
my
know
god.
I don't know.
Oh my
I
gosh,
mean,
Lorna,
you will be a
you
fool
are.
to think that your husband don't think other women are
But you know,
are cute.
you're good. You know what I'm saying? You have a healthy relationship. You have a trusting relationship. Wendy is
Hmm.
the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. Okay, like she's the
Right.
one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. So I feel like this. As soon as Wendy walked in the door, it was a trigger for her. And then when she found out she's not the only one who had surgery, like she was ready to be the only one in the room to say, "Look what I did." But
Right.
old
Right.
girl, Mia was like, "Oh no, it's not just you. I've had this done and that done and this done." And she over there. That's when I saw the
And I
real.
know Karen had surgery too. Now I'd be
Now,
surprised if all of of them haven't had surgery,
You
except
know,
for
Yeah,
the only person that don't take me that's had surgery is
Robin,
Robin.
Robin.
because she built like a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
boy.
I
Mm-hmm.
did not say that, Robin.
Oh,
I
I
did
don't know
not
about
say
that.
that. Those are not my thoughts. Those are her thoughts. Her thoughts.
Look, he got
I haven't.
Maurice
I
got
need to
your
check her
back.
out. I really didn't look at Robin like that.
So Maurice, I guess that's the part that I missed. I couldn't catch the last 3 minutes because
Why Mia couldn't just come and say from the
She was a
beginning that she was
stripper.
a stripper?
Oh,
Yeah,
honey,
that
that
was
isn't
shade
but
that was
but
she.
but
Kevin.
isn't
Yeah,
that a little bit embarrassing though? Isn't that
it
a little?
is.
No,
But if
It
she
y'all.
had,
is.
but if she had clitoris surgery, she could have just came on and said she was.
Did y'all hear that shade Ashley threw, honey? That was the
What
best
she
shade
say?
I ever heard on
What did she
Remind
say?
Housewives.
me. Remind me.
Period. She said
Remind
that
me
that's why she had surgery because she was
A escort?
something. I don't want to even repeat it, but it was really good shade. Like the shade that they threw was like, oh my goodness, this is just too much for me right now about her being a
about Mia.
stripper and her having yeah, her clitoral surgery. And then she said she just used to wear dresses and walk around. And they were like, oh, what kind of strip club was that? Like, I'd never been to that time of strip club. I don't know.
So my issue with that point of the episode was, you don't need to ease me into it. Like, just get. I don't like when people beat around the bush. If you was the fucking stripper,
Right.
just say that. Just say that. That's
And then
all.
She,
she
I mean,
still
because
wasn't
I don't
truthful
give a
about it,
damn.
Kevin.
I don't give a damn. If
Because she
you
talking
was
about, oh,
making,
I
you
just
was
walked around
supporting
in ball
yourself.
gowns.
oh, this is
Now I want to
funny.
I want to listen. I want to give Mia the benefit of the doubt. I
Are
do.
y'all seeing these comments? Are
Yeah.
y'all seeing what Lorna is saying? Can we roll back? She said, "What did the night before Christmas Ashley say?" And then said, "Y'all know she looked like Tim Burgundy Skeleton." Like, who comes up with these things? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just didn't know if y'all saw this stuff
Look,
happening in the comments.
all I'm saying is that Mia, if you were a stripper, just say that. You don't have
Say
to
it
butter
right.
me up. You don't have to say, well, we didn't do this. We didn't. Bitch, all I hear is you a stripper. And that's what I thought to begin with.
Right.
But you had to beat
Right.
around the bush to
But
basically
what's
tell me
so
I was
wrong
right.
about it? Like, if you a
I
stripper,
don't
you a
have a
stripper.
problem
Like,
with
what's
it.
so
I don't have a problem
right?
with you supporting
Right.
yourself. I'm fine with that. If that's what you
Right.
want to do.
I
So
think it's one of those jobs that come with a lot of
a stigma behind it.
conversation. Yeah. So if she would have said
Not in
I mean,
2021.
I feel like if she said what she said about the surgeries that she had, she might as well have just gone on and say, and baby, I was a stripper too and a good
Look,
one.
I
She
think
gotta
somebody
learn how to
said,
deliver.
What, Johnny?
hold on, did y'all hear when they said what kind of women you know have uh clitoral surgery, and somebody said a porn star. Did y'all
Yeah.
catch that shade?
Hmm.
Yeah, and I concur with that. Let me say this.
You
I
do?
feel yes, I do. I want to say about this Mia stripper thing that I feel like she realized she was gonna start off with the lie, and then she realized somebody from my past might expose that I actually was a stripper. So
Right.
then she had to be like, okay, let me just go on and tell the whole thing now.
Okay,
That's
so
just that's just my opinion. That's what happened. She probably started off and was like, nah, I ain't gonna get him all that. And then she started thinking and she was like, it's gonna come out. It's gonna because you know how social media is these days. She probably done took some pictures. She probably done some stuff in the champagne room, and somebody was gonna come and say, no, bitch, you was there. You was stripping. So she said, let me just go on and expose myself before the internet get to do it.
I mean, hey, at this point, it is what it is.
It still look bad. I mean, because you could have just done that from the get-go, because we all thought it. So
I mean, I guess because she's new, the spotlight is on her, Lorna. Well, it could, I don't know. So Giselle.
Yeah.
Now, I have been getting so many random, crazy messages and conspiracies about her lifestyle or whatever back in the day. I don't know. But
I
I just don't know. Like, I don't know.
What
She's
give can you give us an example? Like,
I cannot because we don't have time to be sued. Okay.
oh,
I can't be sued.
it's so vague. I don't really know what they would say. I don't.
is it
No,
about the
it's
first
real
lady? Because
stuff.
Karen said she was the first lady from hell.
No.
Well, we know she was the first lady,
And y'all
so I
know what?
mean,
I was mad at Karen for telling us what Sing Sing was so early in the show. She should have left that for the reunion.
What did
She
she
should have
say? What
kept
did she
us
say?
on our toes
What did
when
she
she
say that
said
was?
she said it was
she
something that she made
she just
up.
made
That's
it
what she
up. She
said.
said it
Yeah.
sounded good in the moment.
I'm gonna start doing that.
She said it
That's what
sounded good in the moment,
she
but she should
related to
have let us
Kevin.
think
Be done
about
made
that
up
too
some
in the
Yeah.
crazy
moment.
stuff.
I do that all the time. I do
Yep.
that all the
She said, "Cause you
Hmm.
remember when we went to go visit Sing
Sing
Sing."
sing.
Yeah, sometimes the shit just slip out of your mouth. You just don't know. She had to
Listen,
get on
Lorna
top
Especially
of
is
it.
when
reading these
Maurice
comments.
had
Who is the
the
self-righteous
picture about
for,
the
Lorna?
He
surgery.
said she said Giselle.
Hmm. You know,
Maurice asked about a picture for about
Hmm.
Mia before the surgery.
Some
They actually showed it on
they
the show.
did.
they
Yeah.
And to
showed.
me, she looked better before. She looked better before,
I
in
think
my
some
opinion.
women have views about themselves that where they feel like they have to do a lot, and it could be because of her rearing, the way her life has gone, being in foster care and things like that. She probably feels like she has to do these things to be accepted. She could be going through some
Hmm.
accepting issues because of her, life. But then there's some women that's just like, come on, pump me up, like. But if you like, I'll say it and say it again, as black women, if you get too much on your face, it ain't gonna go well. That's just me. If you doing a lot of alterations and stuff, you'll start looking like a weird Barbie doll, like really weird,
Right.
not in a
And
good
honey,
way.
she need to call me for some Mary Kay for that skincare, her skincare needs, honey. She really do.
Listen,
Oh man. Oh
That's
man.
very important.
Lorna, I know you probably in the bed. We're going to pull you up
Oh
to the
man.
screen. I mean, she's gonna be in the bed. Hi, everybody. So let me tell you with the drip, with the tears. Let me tell you what's going on.
Tell us, Lorna. I don't know these things. I don't know these things.
But yeah, I think Giselle. I just feel like Giselle will be outshined this season because Wendy is trying to kind of take her place with just issues,
The
having
check a bit
issues.
troll. The check a bit
I'm
troll.
just like, you know what? They don't have the right people on Housewives of Potomac. They just really don't. These women kind of play the game, like, I've been like, oh no, Wendy, you and your lashes and your weave is gonna have to be on the floor gracefully. You keep talking to me like
What
that.
about the new girl? Didn't they introduce a new girl tonight?
Oh yeah,
I liked her.
yeah, she was nice. She seemed
Yeah.
poised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I liked her too. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yes.
she seemed reasonable. But
Mhm.
these women is something else. Like I can't play that game. Like I'm just way too real to be sitting up there acting like I'm okay with Wendy acting like that. I've been like, listen, cut, cut.
Now let's be real. We are watching this for entertainment. Somebody gotta cut a fool.
And
Somebody
that's what
gotta
she
act a
doing.
donkey.
That's true.
So
Oh
so
my god.
And Wendy had time
Listen.
to do it today.
she had
Okay.
time to do it. She
Okay. So
did. She
listen,
definitely did.
She had
Lorna,
time today.
Lorna is really.
Oh my God. You want well look, Lorna, should they replace Robin because she tired? She just want to be in the bed anyway?
Oh,
I think Robin going through some type of depression or something,
she
honey.
is.
Because when I felt so bad when that baby teacher told him you need to make sure
Your
your
mama
mama
need to
wake
get you
you
up. Your mama need to
That
get your
I'm gonna
black
tell
ass
you, as
up.
a mama now, the only way you doing something like that is there's something going on with you. Because Robert does not seem like she's not a caring mom and like she's not on top of things.
I'm I'm not
Mentally,
saying
she
that she
was going through
is.
some stuff.
I'm not saying that she isn't a caring mom, but could it? Let's look. I understand it could be COVID, it could be depression, it could be all these things. But
Hmm.
can we just? Could it be possible that she is just lazy? Could it
It
just be
sounds like
possible?
depression. It
I mean,
sounds like
I
depression.
know it
It
could be,
does.
but could it be possible that she's just lazy? Because I know people in
The
my
only reason
personal
I say
life
not
who are like
lazy,
that.
Kevin, because this lady has started a hat business from the ground up, and she was doing all of those remodeling. Like she doesn't take me like to be where she is in life with her hat business. You can't be lazy and do that. Like so, we know just from doing the podcast. So
But for me to
I
watch
don't
her get
know.
up out the bed to get that sun up, you already up, bitch. And then you
She ain't
get
even get him
back
up.
in the bed. Then you get back in the bed. I'm like, you was up. You was
Well,
already
that's
up.
that's kind of like me sometimes, but it's because I'm real life tired because I be up doing the most. But as a mother, which I need y'all to really check out these comments because Lorna is just firing them
Her
up.
appearance been lazy. Is that what you're saying?
That no, this is what messed me up right here.
But the crazy part is she still dressed better than Giselle to me.
Come on, Lorna. You know brand. You know easy on your pocket at Kohl's. Come on now. Oh yeah. Thank you,
But
Lorna. Thank you, Lorna.
she said her, listen, this is crazy. I feel bad for her because I do think she's having a tremendously hard time
She could be.
with from what it sounds like with regards to COVID and things like that.
COVID.
She
So
could
I
be.
just was like, you know what? That's that, but she needs to want to help herself because if she was super lazy, her husband would have said seasons ago that she was just lazy as hell. And then we
Right.
would just
Because
be
he don't
used
have
to
a
it at this
problem
point.
calling her out now. He
Yeah, it's
definitely don't have a
very
problem calling her out
interesting.
now. So he would have called it out then.
Yeah, this
So
is new.
she could just have turned lazy
Oh
now. She could have just been turned lazy just now.
no! Listen,
Mm,
listen. I
mm.
have comments, but I'm not gonna comment.
Get your
Uh,
comment. Give
it's
us your
so much
comment.
to say. It's so much to say. So much to
Okay, go
But you
ahead
say.
and
one of
say
the
so
ladies she
much.
talking about, Erica. So you could
I'm sorry.
comment. She
No,
said you one of the ladies.
Yeah,
no,
go ahead. Come on. Give us an official statement.
no. I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm not even gonna say it.
Come on now,
No.
girl.
Nah,
You
I ain't
had
say
so
give
much
us
to say
nothing
about
official,
Paige.
okay?
You had to give us some. You told us about Paige. Now you can't talk about Giselle.
No, it's because it's bigger than Giselle.
What does that mean?
It's
Break it
just
down for me.
my comment is just it's too much. Paige,
You want to tell me offline.
I had to say about Paige because Paige was coming on there with the really jacked up edges. Giselle, I just don't understand. She's just in a world of her
Well,
own.
one thing
Like,
about Giselle, she better thank God she has nice hair and a pretty face. Otherwise, she probably be coming up there with the same type of wig that Paige had
she be
on.
wearing wigs.
Does she have nice hair?
She be wearing
You think she
wigs.
has nice hair?
She be wearing wigs because like the blunt cut wig that they keep every now and then they hit her with it. It's the one that's like it peaks right here and it comes down and it's like a blunt cut. That is by far one of the worst wigs I've ever seen. It looks like an umbrella with the little piece cut out for her to see through. It looks
I
absolutely.
cannot.
It looks like a little bamboo umbrella. It just goes like a lampshade and it's cut open. I mean, absolutely horrible. It's terrible looking. Okay. 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 All right, Lorna.
Okay, Lorna. I feel like me and Lorna are a little bit in agreement. I feel like we are.
Lorna.
But basically, that's what I just said.
I feel like we're a little bit
It's
in
too much
agreement.
going on. Okay. Now she did have on a wig ponytail at the spa. I did notice that because I was thinking, wow, the transition of color is actually quite manufactured. It wasn't bad, but I saw it.
Is that how your mind thought it in the moment? Wow, the transition of that gradient right there does not look like it could occur naturally in nature.
No,
It is
it was about at the
manufactured.
stove. Hmm.
Mm,
But
okay.
no, I don't think that's her hair. Johnny's. I think we're dealing with a multitude of wigs
No, I'm talking about
that
most of
look
the time she
atrocious.
does have her front. When we talking about like edges and like the front of her hair, I think most of the time that is her hair, especially when she has it pulled back, like in a ponytail or something like that.
I'm waiting on Lorna to give us some facts on that. Give us the facts. Give us the car facts. Give us the car facts, Lorna.
I mean, it's just a thing. Did we miss it? Karen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love Karen's relationship with her husband now. They are just the most giddiest little couple. You know, she is just I enjoy
Mm.
the layout of her home. I can meet her at her bouge level almost. I'm not quite there. I am okay with Karen. I am enjoying
I like
her
Karen too,
happiness.
I have no qualms
but I
with
think
Karen.
Ray
I
is too
feel like
old for Karen. That's just
oh,
I think Ray is
oh,
too old.
oh, oh, oh.
But it sounds like he's still
I really
working.
do.
He's
I
still
mean,
working.
I don't know, because somebody, a couple of them said when she got a drink, she talked about
Oh,
how he can't do what he's supposed to do, handle that business, and she was talking
listen.
about that pillow, what she was doing to that pillow and all that stuff. I just think that Ray is too old for Karen, and I mean, which is nothing wrong with it. He's acting appropriately for his age, but she's younger, so
Hey, whatever
she
So,
just
floats
looks a
her boat.
little.
hey,
Mm,
last sister. She said her hairdresser is from West Baltimore. So, Lorna, you on the right, you was on the right track. And
Whatever floats Karen's boat. I have no qualms with her. And I feel like all of these Housewives shows, this franchise, all these franchises need like a mother hen on the show, and Karen is that for this particular
hmm
season. So
Oh, I love
you,
Karen, but that still does not neglect the fact that Ray is a lot older. I
he is,
mean,
he is, he's up there.
and he just want to sit down somewhere, and Cameron want to live her best life, which is good because her kids are out the house and she's doing what she want to do now. But Ray was like, I've been there, done that.
it seems like he's hanging on. Like she was doing her
Barely,
Zoom.
barely,
He was. I mean, because I
barely.
don't see her complaining. They be just rolling with it now. I like the growth. I like when they are happy.
Mhm.
I like that they seem very happy. They seem a little bit better off than what we seeing. Like Ashley's relationship is quite interesting to me. Like her husband is. I just that dynamic is it's
It's her
just so
father.
interesting.
It's her
It's
dad.
it's so
Her
wow.
husband is her dad.
And then you
I don't think
have
he wants to be on this season.
Say what now?
I don't think he
she
wants to
said,
be on this season.
Ashley's husband, you
Ashley
mean?
husband, like,
I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
either
because we
after
haven't
all of
really
that
seen him
stuff.
around that much.
I mean, they read him for filth
Right.
last year. That man couldn't even hold his head up in the community. So, I mean, not to say that he should have, but honestly, like, you know, ugh,
well, he's
I
there.
mean,
He's there.
it's really tough. Did we address everybody, Kev?
Um, I believe so, but are you going to touch on Candace and her husband?
Oh, okay. I think her husband's nice, but he is not down with the drama. Candace, her mama, she's like anybody mama, but you could tell he's
No,
like,
Candace's mama is not like anybody's mama, honey. Candace's
I'm
mama is
talking
kind
about
of
like in
rude and
regards to
disrespectful.
the whole drinking thing and him being her manager. I feel like that would be a natural response from your mother,
From
especially if
a grown man drinking in his
she
house, that would
in
be a
his
natural reaction.
listen, my
In his
mama would if
kitchen, in
I
his
was in
house.
I agree.
my own house and I still had the bottles out, I guarantee you 1000%, my mama would be like, really? Do y'all need to be doing all that? I prom- it could be my
No,
own
all she
place.
didn't see the bottles. All she saw was a drink in his hand,
His
and she said,
hand,
"Oh,
yeah.
it's
I'm here
midday
to
or
tell
something
you,
like that."
my mama would have been like, "What is that? Why
I
are you
agree.
drinking?"
I knowing your
She
mother,
would
I
just say
agree.
that. She would
I agree.
say that.
But
she
I will also say this for that conversation, how it got uncomfortable because Candace was, telling her that her husband is her manager now, and she was, I guess, her mother was
Hmm.
basically showing her disapproval. I was really more upset with Candace in that conversation because I was like, you kind of already know where your mom was gonna go with that. So
So
why did
why
you even
tell her?
tell her? Yeah, I
Yeah, I
was
Right,
was
like,
thinking
why
that
did you
too.
even tell her?
Yeah,
right.
because I wouldn't have said anything if
Because
I
you know how
know.
she is. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was thinking that as
And
well.
during COVID, it is everybody's at home drinking. I mean, he didn't have anything else to do.
Now, I'm
It's
not
not
yeah.
gonna
like this is
lie.
just a, this is not like just a regular old work day. It was COVID,
Everybody at home
so I
drinking.
don't know.
The season
Right.
one, I gotta go back. I think we've surpassed our 1 year anniversary with Black Bougie Bars featuring Kev. But when we used to record last winter, March, well, springish March, April.
March, April. Yeah.
It's a few of them beginning episodes where it's just it, if you listen to it, it is a hot mess. You'd be like, oh gosh, it was just a lot going on. But hey,
We had to
well,
hone our craft. We had to know our craft. That's all.
and I will say podcasting is, I think it's cool. It depends on where you start in your journey of, being on the forefront of anything like speaking, things like that. Um,
Mhm.
and you could just tell that the growth occurred. Everybody had to gel. Then there was a lot of adding, subtracting, adding. Just a lot going on. But we know we can't. I know I can't partake and party up like we were doing last year because it was just. I was like, oh gosh, I'm supposed to be hosting this thing, and I'm just having too much fun with my friends. So I did not watch Love and Hip Hop, but Johnny's would have to relay what was going on with that because I didn't get a chance. My whole week has just been crazy.
So I did watch it today. While I was cooking, just listening, really. Um,
Mhm.
I think Erica Mena and Safari situation is really like the topic of the show right now.
It is.
Um, you know, um, I like Erica Mena and I like Safari, but I don't know if I like them together. It's like I said, I don't think they really enjoyed each other as a married couple, and now you're adding all of these things that people add on to a marriage after years, of being married. They didn't even know each other that long. So I think that's where a lot of their issues come into play. I hope they're able to work through them, and because I think they're cute together. um but as far as Yandy and her situation with her adopted
Daughter.
daughter, that was
Hmm.
sad, but very real. So I think that they're being, they, and with the siblings, with Rashida and her sibling, I think they have some real situations going on, and like I haven't really seen that much drama, like usual, like it's real situations that happen in real life with real families. So I'm not hating it.
It's a
Oh my
lot more
gosh.
relatable. Hey, I have a moment from the episode. If y'all want me to play it from the last few moments, that it's a little vindication for what y'all was saying about Safari and Erica the last time that we got into
Right.
this. So let me put it
So
up here.
Maurice said, Kevin, he said, why didn't Safari react when the guitar fell on the bed?
He didn't give a
Okay,
damn.
so
He
when
didn't
he
give a
said it
damn.
was, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes your children do stuff, and you do find it. They might fall, but you always check on them first, and you might think it's a little funny. You might kiki. So I don't know. I the baby was not in any danger at all. So
My
I think that
my
Erica
it,
kind of overreact.
I don't know. My interpretation of that moment is that he doesn't feel like it's his responsibility to tend to the child as much as she. He just didn't
I didn't
he didn't
feel
show
that
any
way. I
action.
think parents do that all the time. Sometimes Your parents ain't never tell you get your ass up and stop crying or
Yes, but they
whatever the
both
case might
did.
be.
It
Like,
wasn't just one of them. They both did.
I
right,
just
but my
Safari.
point
He
is
just
he's
Safari just comes across immature.
Well, here, let me play that
I don't
moment
know.
for
I
you.
just felt
He's
like
just
that baby was
immature.
not in any
Probably setting
harm.
me up to get ready for what my life is about to be. Me having to hold down my babies by myself, even when they're hurting, because daddy finds it to be funny. But it just proves how immature he is.
I think she
That was a real
overreacted.
dickhead move of you. It's your fault.
I just think he's. I mean, even
Play
before
what
that
he
situation,
says. He said he felt like she was not in any danger and she's gonna fall. That's part of life. Like, I just felt like I don't know. I think she kind of overreacted when she said that daddy's just gonna laugh at the kids. I don't know.
I
Mm.
mean,
I
regardless
feel
of the
like
situation,
he
I think
didn't
he's
think it was
immature.
his issue. I don't feel like he felt it like it was his a big. I don't feel like he felt like it was something that he had to deal with at that moment, and that's why he didn't do anything. So he said, "You here, so you do it."
I
I didn't
mean,
take
he.
it that way. I think he took it like she said, "Ha ha, girl, get up, wipe, and stop playing. Get on, get up.
Did he
It's
say
okay.
that?
You gonna be
He ain't
okay.
say that.
Life is
He
gonna hit
stood
you
looking at
sometimes,
her
and you just
like,
gotta
"Are
get
you
up."
gonna do something?" He didn't say that. He looked at her
No,
like,
he wasn't looking at her. He was looking at the baby.
he wasn't saying nothing. He was looking like, ma'am, are you gonna handle that? That's your job,
I
the
just.
mother.
I just think maybe they are an example of fools who rush in. You know what I'm saying? You got Erica who's off the chain. You got
Yes,
him who's off the chain.
yes.
It's a fireball of stuff, and maybe they didn't take the appropriate time to really understand who they were dating. Okay, that's kind of what I
Right.
saw. It's a bit much. Okay,
And then, but
well,
even Dr.
mhm.
Jackie brings it up when Dr. Jackie told, because Erica was upset that Safari did not react to her being pregnant the way she wanted him to react to it. And Dr. Jackie told her, "Well, when I told you you were pregnant, how did you react?" And she said, "You just sat there for 10 minutes and just looked around and you weren't happy, you weren't surprised. So why would you expect him to react any differently than you were acting yourself?" So that was almost like a reality check for Erica. Like, I feel like Erica is really emotional. And I feel like some of these situations, now that I've seen like certain at first, like I'm team Erica, like I feel like she's really trying, but certain situations have shown me that she is very emotional, and I think she's kind of overreacting in some of these situations. And I think that's probably what Safari is trying to say, or is dealing with, because they're in COVID, they're in the house all 24 hours of that together. I think that we don't see that part, but just from the little snippets that I've seen, I think she is definitely emotional and overreacting on certain situations.
So
So,
why are they
and he
sleeping in
is
different
not
rooms?
reacting to certain situations. So it's just a combination of craziness.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. They got a
Yeah,
lot going on.
absolutely.
And we wish them the best because it's playing out all over social media. And I don't, even if it was for
Only
the
because there's
show,
children involved.
I,
It's
I think
crazy.
I think it's a lot.
They
I think it's a lot
just,
with young kids, new
yeah.
marriage. It's playing out like
Hmm.
this. I don't think it's
COVID.
healthy. It's
Right.
not healthy. It's
I
just not
wonder
healthy.
what was the I wonder what was the divorce rate for people who were newlyweds and had to be in that situation during COVID.
I don't know the rate
That's
for
interesting.
newlyweds, but it was a lot of people who did not make it through COVID. It
Yes.
was a
Hmm.
substantial amount of people who did not make it through COVID,
Right.
unfortunately. So
Mm.
that's why you really got to love the
Right.
person, not love, just the symbolic things. Like, you need to be able to sit in the bed at night, talk to each other, hug each other, have fun with each other, be able to laugh together, because surface level stuff is
But you
surface
also
level.
got to
And
be
be a
able to get on
friend.
each other's nerves too, and still deal with that person. Like, getting on
Right.
somebody's nerves, that's a natural reaction. People gonna get on your nerves. You gonna have to deal with that and be able to get through it with that person. Like, come on now. That's just
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Absolutely.
right.
Well, tomorrow, listen, I agree. I haven't had to deal with it yet, but. So tomorrow we do have another episode dropping. I don't know what the hell we're going to name that episode. It was quite interesting. We have our friend to the show, Laz. Laz set our podcast sphere on fire last year with his episode about the chick who pretty much tried to ruin his life, the chick who made Kevin lose a toenail. Like, it was just a crazy episode. And we brought him back. Well, he wanted to come talk about some things, and it was
It
just
was
a
a
house
pretty
divided.
explosive. It was an explosive episode. It was very explosive.
It
I
was a
feel
lot. It
bad.
was a lot.
I
Yeah.
feel bad. Hey Lisa, hey boo. Yeah, so it was tomorrow's episode is gonna be a lot. I probably need to try to do the social media before I go to bed tonight because my days are nuts. But thank y'all so very much for joining us. Check out our episode tomorrow that drops. It should be to you all by 9 in the morning. It might be there a little bit earlier. So go to your favorite podcast platforms, subscribe to Black Bougie Broads featuring Kev, and hit us up in our private Facebook page, Black Bougie Broads featuring Kev, to tell us what you think about tomorrow's episode or any other episodes. And we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
And y'all have a fantastic night.
Love you.
Good night, y'all.
Because I know I'm going to bed. Okay? Bye.